Fever's Caitlin Clark to play in Pro-Am at LPGA's the Annika. Fresh OFF being named the WNBA's Rookie of the Year, Indiana Fever star guard Caitlin Clark will turn her attention to golf, at least for a day in November. Clark, whose affinity for golf is well known, will participate in the Pro-Am competition at the Annika driven by Gainbridge on November 13th at Pelican Golf Club in Bel Air, Florida. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do the next day. Maybe play some golf, Clark said last month. That's what I'm going to do until it gets too cold in Indiana. I'll become a professional golfer. Reuters. Basketball star Caitlin Clark to play in Pro-Am at LPGA's the Annika. Los Angeles. Fresh off being named the Women's National Basketball Association's WNBA Rookie of the Year, the Indiana Fever's star guard Caitlin Clark will turn her attention to golf, at least for a day in November. Clark, whose affinity for golf is well known, will participate in the Pro-Am competition at the Annika driven by Gainbridge on November 13th at Pelican Golf Club in Bel Air, Florida. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do the next day. Maybe play some golf, Clark said in September. That's what I'm going to do until it gets too cold in Indiana. I'll become a professional golfer. Clark is a Gainbridge ambassador, and the day before the Pro-Am, she will serve as a panelist at the Women's Leadership Summit at the site of the tournament. I love golf, so the opportunity to play in the Pro-Am for a tournament with a legend like Annika Sorenstam's name on it is so exciting, Clark said in a statement. Gainbridge is a leader in supporting women's sports, and that's clear through their commitment to me, this event, Billie Jean King, and Parity Week. I'm looking forward to seeing all the LPGA players on the driving range, being part of the Women's Leadership Summit, and, of course, teeing it up in the Pro-Am with Annika. 10-time major champion Sorenstam's name was used in conjunction with the tournament for the first time in 2023, with that event won by American Lilia Vu. This year's tournament will be held from November 14th to 17th. While Clark is enjoying time off, the New York Liberty are dreaming of a WNBA title. The team's long comeback story got a thrilling new chapter with a second straight trip to the finals, as the team once relegated to a 2,100-capacity stadium in the suburbs has Brooklyn's Barclays Center rocking. The top seed Liberty eliminated the Las Vegas Aces in the semifinals on October 6, a year after the Aces denied them the championship, and will vie for their first title against either the Connecticut Sun or Minnesota Lynx. Their on-court success has been matched by huge gains in the ledger book, with an average regular season attendance of 12,729, up 64% over 2023, and season ticket membership up 152% at the venue they share with the National Basketball Association's Brooklyn Nets. This was a brick-by-brick rebuild, said Liberty CEO Kia Clark. It marks an astonishing turnaround from 2017, when the Madison Square Garden Company announced it would sell the franchise and booted the team from its eponymous venue. The Liberty were sent off to play at the Westchester County Center, a tiny venue an hour from Midtown Manhattan and light years away in prestige, before Nets owner Joe Tsai and his wife purchased the team in 2019 and made plans to move them to Brooklyn. Reuters. WNBA sensation Caitlin Clark swings into LPGA, from basketball courts to golf greens with star power and swagger. WNBA superstar Caitlin Clark is set to conquer the golf world, captivating fans with her seamless transition from the hardwood to the fairways. Dubbed a prodigious talent in basketball, the 22-year-old Indiana Fever guard is now making headlines for her impressive golfing prowess and charismatic presence on the greens. Clark, whose explosive performances have electrified basketball arenas, revealed in a heartfelt interview with TJ Sports Queen that golf has been her passion since childhood. I would beg my dad, like whenever I had a rare weekend I didn't have, like a soccer tournament or softball or basketball, I would beg my dad to take me golfing, she reminisced. This unwavering love for the sport has now blossomed into a thrilling new chapter as she prepares to make her LPGA Tour debut. WNBA Rookie of the Year Caitlin Clark set to participate in LPGA golf event in November. Apparently not satisfied with becoming one of the dominant forces in the WNBA, 2024 Rookie of the Year Caitlin Clark is set to compete in a Pro-Am golf event in November. The Indiana Fever superstar will appear at the Annika, the penultimate tournament on the LPGA Tour hosted by golf legend Annika Sorenstam from November 11th to 17th. As well as playing in the Pro-Am event on November 13th, Clark will also feature as a panelist at the Women's Leadership Summit the day before as part of the event in Florida. I love golf, so the opportunity to play in the Pro-Am for a tournament with a legend like Annika Sorenstam's name on it is so exciting, the 22-year-old said in a release. I'm looking forward to seeing all the LPGA players on the driving range, being part of the Women's Leadership Summit, and, of course, teeing it up in the Pro-Am with Annika. This will not be the first time that Clark has tried her hand at the sport, having played in a Pro-Am event at the John Deere Classic in July 2023 alongside Ludwig Aberg and 2023 U.S. Ryder Cup captain Zach Johnson. Clark and her team finished 5 under par that day. The rookie has just completed a historic season in the WNBA. Having been selected by the Fever as the #1 overall pick in the 2024 draft, Clark broke the league record for assists in a single season with 337, as well as the record for most three-pointers made by a rookie with 122. Clark's performances helped the Fever make the postseason for the first time in 8 years, where they were swept by the Connecticut Sun in the first round. I have been following Caitlin's career during college and now on the WNBA stage, and what she is doing to bring attention to women's sports both on and off the court is outstanding, said Sorenstam. I'm excited to meet Caitlin and for her to join us at Pelican Golf Club in November in what will be an exciting week for women's sports. For more CNN news and newsletters, create an account at cnn.com.